So let's turn to the first journal, which is found on page 2.10. And the way we're going to work this through is we're going to do the first transaction together. Okay? We're going to record it. And then I'm just going to turn you loose to at your own speed. Finish entering all those transactions. Once you finish, I want you to stop. And then we'll go to the next journal. And again, we'll do that. And with each journal, I want you to follow through those first 3 journalizing steps. I want you to record the transactions. Then I want you to total the columns. And then I want you to balance the journal. Make sure that the left side and the right side balance. And if it doesn't balance, don't move on. Go back and figure out why it's not balancing. Now, if you just get frustrated and you just can't stand it anymore and it's driving you nuts, what can you do? Look back at the back of the book. The answers are in there, okay? But don't look back there until you've had a chance to work through it, okay? Let's start with the first journal. We've combined cash receipts and sales journal here. Why would we have done that here? It's all cash. They've got cash registers, okay? That's tabulating the sales and accumulating throughout the month, right? And at the end of the day, they're going to print out what's called a Z-tape. How many of you have done a Z-tape before? Okay, what do you do to get a Z-tape?
Just turn your key to Z and hit total.
Yeah, cash registers, they usually have a key in them because you don't want somebody that's not authorized to pulling out a Z-tape. But they'll turn their key to Z or whatever, push a button, and out comes the tape, and it's just a regular tape, but it has more descriptions. What type of sales they were and sales tax, and it will just, in just a short little tape, summarize that whole day's sales. Okay? Now, the reason why they carry a key, they have a key, and not everybody can pull it, is because once you get that Z-tape out, it clears the buffers, the memory buffers. It, in essence, eliminates, in most cash registers, it eliminates all the information from the sales. And so if midway through the day, somebody turns that key just to see what it does and pushes Z just for fun and gets that printout out and then throws that piece of paper away, you've lost information on your sales for that morning. Or here's even a more criminal-minded approach to it. They have somebody come in, hand them a $100 bill, not a check, but a $100 bill. It's the first sale of the morning. And after the customer leaves and they've given them a cash receipt, they go through, push a Z-tape, take that $100 bill and stick it in their pocket. And no one knows that that sale occurred. Do you see a problem there? Now, cash register manufacturers know that that's a potential, and they also know that oftentimes someone just leaves that key in there. You know, if you go in and you see a key sitting in a cash register, they know that that's a control problem, okay? And so what they'll do is they will number every Z-tape. So you can, at the end of the month, make sure you've got all the Z-tapes. And if you find breaks, if you find a number missing, it could indicate that somebody has taken that tape and thrown it away. Now, I know more often it's not that. It's somebody made a big mistake in there and didn't know how to fix it, so they got a Z-tape. So, you know, it said they put a sale for $1 million, you know. Oh, how do we void this out? So they start trying to figure out how to void it out, and they don't. They make a bigger mess, so they say, just Z it out. So they'll print a Z-tape, and you know, it wasn't worthwhile anyway. I've seen that too. Okay, yeah, those are control problems. So those Z-tapes have controls on them. Now, on the page 210 is a sample or a Z-tape for each day. And you'll see up in the upper right-hand corner the Z number. Okay, so we're starting. This is the first Z-tape that's printed out for this company, and it was dated October 3rd. So we're going to go ahead and start entering these Z-tapes in. On the date column, put 10/3, 10/3, or October 3rd, or whatever works best for you. And then let's go to the middle of the journal, and in the reference column, put the Z-tape number, which is 1. And then where it says description, just write Z-tapes. Now, you don't have to write that every day. You can, or for every entry, you can just draw a little squiggly line or, you know, dittos or whatever you want in there. Okay. Now, let's enter the entry in. deposit is going to be equal, in this example, to the total of the Z tapes. Okay, now I recognize sometimes that's not the case, and in other companies we work with, that will not be the case. We'll have overs and shorts. You'll understand that when we get to that. But the deposit is going to be equal to the total Z tapes. So in the left-hand side, we're going to debit the bank account $973. Now that's what we got. Now why did we get $973? Well, $315 was for grocery sales. So find the column that says grocery sales and put $315 in there. $640 was gasoline sales. And the $18 is sales tax. Okay? And those three equal $973. So does it balance? Okay. Now, I know we're selling merchandise here. I know that when we sell merchandise, there's also an inventory and cost of sales entry, right? We're going to do that in a few minutes. We're not going to do that in this journal. You'll see why when we get into that discussion. Right now, you're just going to enter the deposits and those three sales, the two sales and the sales tax categories for each of the Z tapes. Once you're done, total the columns. Make sure that it balances before finishing that journal. Okay, any questions about the assignment?
Do we do any posting?
No, don't do any posting yet. Yeah, just do the first three steps.
The cash receipts and sales journal will be great practice in journalizing. Enter all the remaining Z tapes into the journal, total the columns, and make sure that debits equal the credits. Once you're done, check your answers against the answer sheets in the appendix at the back of your book on page A.12. Then start the program again.